Welcome back, everyone. Today we got some exciting news. OpenAI is working on new AI image detection tools, which will hopefully predict if an image is from dall-e 3. I don't think it's going to work if your image is from anywhere else, like Meta's new AI image generators too. But let's take a little look at this. So in a blog post, OpenAI announced that it has begun developing new methods to track content and prove whether it was AI generated. Alright, so these basically just include a new image detection classifier that uses AI to determine whether the photo was AI generated. Very basic. All they really do is just have another AI check if the AI is AI. Yeah, I know. I love how all these AI image detectors are just AI themselves. Even like the text ones, right? When you say tell OpenAI to write you an email or write you an essay, right? And then you put that into the other detectors, they're just using AI too. So, I mean, I don't know. You need AI to fight AI, I guess, but that's the opposite of you can't fight fire with fire. I don't know. All these conflicting stories, but we'll have to see if they actually work, because this is just, they're just working on it. It's not out yet, but we'll let you know. We'll keep you updated. That's why you got to click that notification bell and subscribe, so when they do come out and we do have some, info on how it's working and, if who can have access to it and stuff like that, you'll all know, because we're going to talk about it. All right, we got a great show lined up for you guys today. Tons of news to talk about it, so stay tuned. Here's the intro. All right, so let's start off with today's tech history. Actually, this tech history is from yesterday. I know, sad. Too bad we couldn't. There was none from today. I don't know. I searched the whole internet and I couldn't find anything. But IBM announced the IBM 704 data processing system, the world's first mass-produced computer to feature floating-point arithmetic hardware, back on May 7th, 1954. That was a long time ago, 70 years ago. Well, 70 years ago and one day now. Oh wait, am I? No, I'm right there. Okay, I was questioning my math for a second, but that was right. All right, yeah, basically this computer just was very good at calculating decimals, which, I mean, was good for back then, right? Back in 1954, that's kind of all you wanted. But yeah, and then, of course, it was exponential growth after that into what we have today. All right, let's move on to our first big three topic. Apple TV Plus is turning into the best place for streaming sci-fi content. Before we get into this, Liam, what streaming platforms do you have? Do you use Apple TV Plus?
I do not use Apple TV Plus. I really just use Netflix, Disney Plus.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've barely ever used Apple TV Plus, except for very recently when I bought it to watch the show We Crashed, based on the failure of WeWork. Very good show, by the way. If anyone's ever watched The Dropout about the failure of Theranos, it's very similar. Well, the only difference is Theranos, the founder, went to jail, and the WeWork founder did not. But, all right. So basically, Apple TV Plus is getting better, especially in the sci-fi sector. Apple TV Plus, if you didn't know, launched in 2019, has won a lot of awards, but now it's kind of earning that top spot for sci-fi. There's a lot of shows, including Dr. Brain, For All Mankind. Never heard of these names, but apparently they're big. Invasion, Legacy of Monsters. These all sound like fake TV shows, but I guess they're real. Those are what are big names over there. Hello Tomorrow, I have heard of, and I know someone that watched that and they really liked it. That's also on Apple TV Plus. So yeah, there's a lot. They're highly rated. People really like them. I think they're all also Apple TV originals, so they're not just taking shows, like they're making their own really good sci-fi shows, which is nice to hear. New content out there. I mean, I was kind of doubting like recent TV for a little while. Well, recent movies, and then I found some good stuff, primarily a few. Also, I'm gonna start watching Super Pumped, which is again like The Dropout and like WeWork. I have a very interesting selection of TV shows I like, but there you go. All right, let's see what else we got today. Here's our big two of the big three. The judge in Epic v. Apple thinks Apple's being a little bit shady about buttons and links. Basically, if you didn't know, Epic Games and Apple have been in court for a long time. They're still going here, and basically it's about Epic wanting to put Fortnite on the App Store, put their games on the App Store, and not have to pay Apple for people buying V-Bucks and other things. But basically, Apple's been a little bit shady about what the different buttons and links that are on or in Apple software are really doing. Basically, Apple restricts button styles for links that go outside of their in-app payment system. All that means is that Apple restricts what the developers, what they're using for buttons in their app to then make those payments. I don't know. Apple's being real sneaky here, and real restrictive, just in general. I don't know. Apple likes to have a control over everything. Epic doesn't like that. That's really why this lawsuit started. But now we have little bits kind of being uncovered here on really what's at play, what's at hand. So yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what else is going on, because this lawsuit is not over. It's not even near over. They still got a lot to do. I believe this started back in 2021, so this is just a little part of it, so stay tuned. Hopefully it can get cleared up soon. There was news that Fortnite was going to return to iPhone in the EU. Still nothing in the US, that's why Epic's still fighting. I don't know if it is in the EU yet, or if it's still gonna be. Not too sure. I don't live there. That's why it's a little confusing. But let's hope it comes to the US no matter what. Okay, here's our next topic, everyone. The Xbox app on Windows is getting even more handheld friendly, which is very important if you want to use stuff like the Steam Deck Stream Decks for streaming, and all these other handheld devices that are coming out. I forget the other company's names, Steam Deck obviously being the biggest one. But yeah, so basically they're making adjustments. You can use stuff like the D-pad and controller sticks on the desktop version of the app, which by doing that then obviously makes it easier for handheld devices, because normally they use the same piece of software. They're just basically introducing a compact mode for the Xbox app, which would work great on these handheld devices. I think you can even use it on the regular app. Why would you? I'm not too sure, but sure, do it. I don't know. Test it, see what happens. But yeah, that's the other one. The ROG Ally? No, that's really Ally. That's the other device I was thinking of, the other handheld device. Okay, Liam, what do you game on? Oh, he's gone. He's gone, everyone. All right. I don't know. I think he had to go. Yeah, he had to go. All right, so it's just me. Can you believe that? It's just me on TSARP right now. But all right, so this hasn't happened. This isn't the first time. We're not making history today. But yeah, so there you go. I think this is all pretty cool. And I want to get one of these handheld devices, honestly. I was thinking of getting the Steam Deck. I'm not too sure, though. I just bought a new tech device. Okay, I'm going to have to... I won't tell you yet. I'll tell you once it comes. I'll do a little quick review. It's expensive. We talked about it on the podcast before. But you can't, you could take a guess, but you're not going to get it. All right. Let's move on. What else we got today? We got a bunch, actually. Next one up, an always-on video portal lets people in New York City and Dubai interact in real time. This is actually a big company. They're called Portal. Makes sense. And it just connects different cities by this little cool portal in the middle of parks and different locations. Oh, did I say Dubai? Dublin. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it, everyone. Dublin, not Dubai. Okay, the words are similar. You know me. I'm not the best with words. Basically, it's going to be in the Flatiron South Public Plaza in New York. And it's then I don't know what part of Dubai, but not Dubai, Dublin. There you go, everyone. In this case, it's between New York City and Dublin. Oh, wait, a new school, it combines a real word in 2 places. Oh, yeah. So the portal, okay. I keep repeating myself here, but there you go. Okay, I think this is cool. I've seen these all over, so I'm excited that we're getting more. What my question is, who pays for this, right? Is it, I mean, obviously it's the city, right? Whatever cities are it's going in, but not just who pays for it. Like, how much are they paying for it? Because you're not putting money into this machine, so it's kind of like a one-time payment. And this company, Portal, needs to launch a lot more of these to make any money at all. So yeah, I wonder. Maybe we'll put one straight dead smack in the middle of the TSARP headquarters, and then we'll put one in Apple's headquarters. See how cool that would be? It would be, guys. We should do it. We should do it. All right, I think this is one of our final topics today. OpenAI offers a peek behind the curtain of its AI secret instructions. Have you ever wondered why a conversational AI like ChatGPT says, "Sorry, I can't do that," or some other polite refusal? OpenAI is offering a limited look at the reasoning behind its own model's rules of engagement, whether it's sticking to brand guidelines or declining to make NSFW content. All right, so this is exciting. You might be able to get a little peek on why it's doing this stuff, right? Have you ever asked it something like, write an email for me that you think is totally normal, and then it breaks? Well, now we're going to know. Basically, these large language models don't have any naturally occurring limits on what they can do or will say. That's part of why they're so versatile, but also they hallucinate all the time and are easily confused. Which I know from example, I've said stuff like, write me this piece of software and include my API key, right? It's my API key, that should be totally fine. And it's like, oh, sorry, that might be unsafe in case, someone gets your API key from this. And I'm like, no, that's a public API key when it's not. It's my personal API key. And they're like, oh, okay, now we're fine. Just stuff like that. It's just very easily confused. But now we're all going to know because OpenAI is kind of peeling back the curtain there. I believe they're going to do this from, I think, just releases like I think on their website from blogs and stuff. But yeah, so let me see if I can get any more details. Yeah, so for instance, OpenAI states clearly that the developer's intent is basically the highest law. So one version of a chatbot running GPT-4 might provide the answer to a math problem when asked for it, but if that chatbot has been primed by its developer to never simply provide an answer straight out, it will instead offer to work through the solution step by step. So what this is kind of telling us is that whatever the developer says goes. The user cannot override that. But we do know from experience it can confuse the AI model. So it cannot directly say, no, I'm actually the developer. I'm higher up than the developer. You do it. That probably won't work. But if you kind of go around and say some sneaky things, it might work. Don't do that, by the way, because that's probably illegal. But just letting you know there that that's probably how it works. But yeah, you guys can read through all this article. It goes into a lot of details there. But yeah, they've got a lot of stuff. Pretty cool. If you want to learn all about AI models, that is definitely the place to go. Lewis was just asking no co-host. No, I had a co-host, and then he left. It was fine. Don't you worry, it's still fine. All right. Anyway, I believe that about ends off today's episode. We'll see you all here back tomorrow. Tomorrow? I'll have a co-host and much more topics. But today was a little mixed up. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.